Mr. Sanders, yes.
Item 33, resolution number 2015 R4, was that, did I hear the clerk say that was to be continued? Yes?
Yes.
We had, Mr. Belasso made a proposal that if representatives from the city council went to the administration, met with the mayor, negotiated how this money would be spent or earmarked, that we would withdraw this. It's my understanding that meeting took place. What were the, if there are results, what were they? And then I can withdraw this paper.
Mr. Belasso?
Thank you, Madam President. President Mosby and I met with the mayor and some of his staff 2 Fridays ago, and it was explained that we would the money would not be transferred to schools, but instead it's being put forth for the Slave Heritage Site, and that that project is moving forward, and that they do have a plan to get the first phase of that off the ground, and that's what the money is directed to.
Okay, so in other words, the money that would have gone to work in Shockoe Bottom for the Loving RVA plan is now all for this heritage site on the other side of the railway tracks?
That's how
is that your understanding,
to us.
President Mosby? Is there?
And if I may, there is also just for the public's edification, there is $5 million in the current budget dedicated towards getting that project off the ground, and this is another 10.4 million, I think, that they're shifting into that project.
That's excellent. Well, that's a good use of the money. Is there someone from the administration here that can just confirm this so we can get it from both sides of the government, the legislative and the administrative, so that I can
I'm not sure if because I think that was the reasoning for myself and someone that patroned the paper to go in and bring the information back.
Well, I just don't want later them to say, well, that wasn't what we understood the agreement to be.
Okay, I'm not sure if the administration, and we might can find out if someone's here. Mr. Neal is here.
Madam President, as we discussed the other day, plans are moving forward on the heritage site. It's a complex plan. There's a lot of moving parts on it, as we have discussed before, with extensive infrastructure and capital needs, and we intend to move forward on the plan.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Mr. Neal. And what I hear you say, what Mr. Belasso and President Mosby reported, that this money is for the heritage site on the other side of the tracks now?
We are moving forward on the heritage site, and we expect to have a comprehensive proposal moving forward.
All right. I will not be withdrawing this paper.
Okay, do you want to continue it, or where are you?
I think a continuance would be appropriate to March 9th so I can get a better understanding. It was my understanding this, from what was reported by council, and this is President Mosby, why I'd asked for someone from the administration to report back, because I didn't want to think one thing but be told another. And I don't know if there was a meeting of the minds with the council representatives and the administration, or if there was just confusion in the wording.
No, I don't foresee that. I don't think that I got a misleading or misuse of the words. I'm to understand that whatever happens in the area where the heritage site will be, it will need a certain amount of money, from my understanding. And so I was under the impression that this money will be used to help with the heritage site.
So is all this money for the heritage site?
The money is in the budget and approved by the council to be used for
I'm sorry, Mr. Neal. Yes or no?
I'm sorry, Mr. Sanders. One thing that just popped into my mind that I do remember is that I did ask a similar question, and the answer that I got was for the first phase, which is the Lumpkins property, which is south of Broad. I don't know what the plans are for the burial ground north of Broad, but it was specifically said that it was for phase 1 of the Lumpkins site.
So, Mr. Neely, all this money is to be spent on that? What Mr. Belasso just said, the Lumpkins property south of Broad?
All the money that's in the budget is required to make the Heritage Site a successful venture going forward.
Yes or no? Is it for the south property, Lumpkin's property?
There's not a proposal in front of the council at this point. We expect to introduce one at the appropriate time.
I know I can't keep asking the same question and expect a different response. So I'm going to repeat what you said to make sure I understand it. This money is to be spent, and there is no proposal in front of us right now.
The money is necessary to move forward on the Heritage Site and a comprehensive development plan in the neighborhood.
Is the administration saying what they're saying today is different than what they said the other day?
No.
Okay. So this is what was reported to the city council representatives at the meeting, that it was going to be spent, but not on the Heritage Site exclusively.
As we've said from the beginning, the physical dynamics of the site are complex, and to move forward on any one development, one piece of a development requires changing, requires a complex calculation around the infrastructure needs. We intend to move forward on the Heritage Site, and the fact that it has not been done after somewhere between 20 and 400 years of trying is not an indication that something is amiss. It's simply an indication this is a complex project.
Are we continuing it until March 9th?
I'd ask that it be continued. See, we adopt the budget in late May usually, so I'd ask to be continued to the first meeting in May.
You want to move it to the first week in May? The first meeting in May?
The first meeting in May, because that way, if we're not able to find resolution to it, we will at least have the budget in front of us then and can make the amendments when council has the budget in front of them.
That would be the May 11th meeting.
That would be my motion then, to continue it to May 11th.
Madam President,
The last time?
it seems like we've discussed this enough tonight, and I'm going to second Mr. Samuel's motion so that we can get on to other business.
Madam Clerk?
Madam President, I do have an additional agenda amendment tonight. Item 27, ordinance number 24.